Oh.
Ah! Ah!
Oh!
I'm dead.
You're dead too!
Hello everyone, welcome! This is Top 10 Strange Invasions for the Dark Souls games. What you have to look forward to in this countdown is every single submission will be very unexpected. Something strange will happen. A fun game might be to try and guess what will happen next. Good luck though, because there are lots of twists and turns to come. Super Furry, during his session of invading, launches up into the Pontiff Cathedral but finds the courtyard drenched in darkness. It's amazing how a place we're all so familiar with can suddenly feel so different. Pale tree branches now loom out the shadows, purple deacons suddenly emerge out of nowhere, and there's strange warmth lights appearing in the distance. This area has become as scary as it is astonishing. This effect must have been modded in by the world host. It must be the Dark Curse fog effect that the Deacons of the Deep summon in their boss fight. Now eventually he finds someone, a player sat by the warmth, enjoying the view. They have a good duel, but things meanwhile are getting even more spooky, with prism stone screams getting closer as the fight goes on. Finally face to face with the architect himself. I guess at the end, the price to pay for witnessing all of this is broken weapons and an insta-curse to go with it. Merkbeast is helping his friend through Archdragon Peak when they get attacked by the NPC Havel invader, but this particular Havel has a trick up his sleeve.
You going back 7? Oh my god. Oh my god.
Has From Software secretly improved the enemy AI? He backstepped, launched a surprise attack which staggers the Sumbro, backstepped again to bait the host attack, and once more passed him to ravioli step into a perfect backstab. That's been one of the most advanced moves around since the early Dark Souls 1 days. As soon as Almighty Hobgoblin invades this world, he spots an odd situation. He sees another invader looking at an item just out of reach. The catch is, every time they go near the item, they mysteriously take damage. Of course, they try slashing and hitting the air around the item, just in case maybe the mischievous host was hiding in the wall, or perhaps just stood there, attacking invisibly. So this is unexpected. The almighty Hobgoblin gets stuck in an infinite gravity fall, while this mysterious item keeps damaging them both. My theory, and I don't know if this is possible, but perhaps this item was actually given damage properties by a hacker. I'm not sure, but it's definitely cursed and strange nonetheless. Donkey Dave is in at number 7, and for a topic like this, naturally there are going to be some absurd situations to do with lag. This one, however, is interesting because it shows even top-tier players who are extremely skilled have to deal with the occasional lag monster, just like the rest of us, so we get to see who wins. One ultra-skilled boy, or one terrible Wi-Fi boy? Once again, I'm going to say that's yet another point for From Software elevators. Seriously guys, we should know by now, if you go within 20 meters of an elevator, you're going to fall in. You just have to accept it at this point. Infernum Land is invading the Pontiff Cathedral at meta soul levels, intending to test out the Pontiff Knight curve swords, but he sees the host is wielding the giant door's shield, so he intelligently swaps out for something with perseverance, which will make it easier to push round for the backstab. That is hilarious. You can just feel the disbelief and shock at what just happened, just through their characters' body language. They've both seen the host fly off the stairs before casually popping back on and rolling away to heal. They need to take some time off to process what just happened. The Nameless King is sharing an inspiring sight. A strangely beautiful shower of sorcery, fire and miracles falling upon the giant's courtyard. What an amazing sight! All there just for these two invaders to experience together. We have a Dark Souls 2 clip sent in, this one from Atreus in the Lost Bastille, who finds an inexperienced host in Macduff's workshop. It's not quite enough to be certain right away, but the fact is the host is fat rolling with too much weight. And more importantly, he keeps blocking with a great shield, even while getting guard broken, which only leads to the one conclusion that he is quite new to the game. Naturally, this means Atreus doesn't kill him straight away. He starts toying with him and having a little fun. A little bit of teasing never hurt anyone, right? You've just got to make sure you don't go too far. Well, that escalated quickly and might have gone too far. The invader stood next to the player's blacksmith. Of course, the blacksmith is in ghost form to our view because we're the invader's perspective. One thing's led to another, and now he's trapped in a corner with big gruff Macduff pounding him. By the way, he's the only blacksmith in the game that can infuse equipment. So I think the right thing to do now is leave some Fs in the chat for this poor guy's playthrough. In for a Cookie is streaming Dark Souls 3 with an MMO co-op twist. Cooperating with 3 players, 3 roles, so he's the healer, they've got a tank and an archer. The only way the other 2 can heal is through the healer himself, and then it's mainly the tank's job to deal the damage. Currently they've reached the Farron Keep, near the Asylum Demon, so as a last-ditch effort to slay the invader, they have subtly used a seed of a giant tree.
Oh, rip! I got grabbed! She's gonna get front of the edge.
I've never seen that.
An angry stray demon yeeting an invader off the wall. Incredible. Adam Barker is on a soul level 3 baby poison build, using the storyteller's staff to cast poison mist.
All this going.
Immediately it looks like these 2 white summons have never experienced a status effect before. I'd safe to say they don't handle it very well.
I don't know what you guys are doing. It's weird as shit though. Oh, I actually got him. Nice. I got him too. Alright. See how this goes. Oh god. Oh god. Oh this dude, look at that dude. Look at that dude go.
Double kill.
Double kill.
Nothing causes pure panic quite like poison on a low level who doesn't have any moss clumps. What absolute carnage. By the way, after that hilarity, the invasion actually continues as he catches up with the host afterwards. And I kid you not, Adam literally chases this host around the entire level, all the way to the cursed rotted Greatwood boss, trying to inflict poison on him the entire way, with the rotten Gru curved sword and dagger combo. It's just ridiculous.
No! Oh! Oh! Yes. And that's why we use poison.
Strap in everyone, to finish us off we've got a great mystery tonight, a real puzzle to sink your teeth into. Claus is travelling through Eliam Lois in Dark Souls 2, which is a location in the Crown of the Ivory King DLC. He is invaded once he's there. The language there I believe is German, so shout out to all the German viewers. Now once this invasion has begun is when things start to get weird. Keep in mind what you're about to see is only the beginning though. So the point we're at to now is obviously a complete mess, to say the least. As you can tell, that invasion was so scuffed he can't even die properly. He appears to be stuck in an endless death loop, complete with continual screaming. The game got completely stuck, so he ends up having to force restart, leaving the invader to thrash around and fire off spells at his long dead corpse. So after about 2 minutes, he restarts, loads back into the first bonfire, and carries on like normal. This might be the strangest thing ever seen in a Souls game. This has been a bit of a community mystery for the past few weeks. Let me explain the full context. The invader is still in his world, even after he completely shut down the application and force restarted. There was no invading message, he just appears behind the doors and kills him for a second time. Well, I was astonished by this clip, and I asked one of the most well-known Souls game hackers, Lance McDonald. You might have heard of him, he's the man behind a ton of secret discoveries from Bloodborne all the way to Sekiro. How can an invader maintain a connection to your world after you completely quit out the game? Well, Lance's theory is that it actually might have been the most bonkers case of extreme lag, quite possibly even malicious, intentional lag. Lance actually didn't think it was a hack of some kind, because this occurred on a PlayStation 4, and you can't go online with a hacked PS4 system. Lance clarified you can use a save editor online, but that would not be able to create any situation like this. So, ladies and gentlemen, after discussing this in a community Discord server, the conclusion is that this is impossible. This might not actually be a real player. It could be an NPC AI. We think the real invasion occurred, this real invader produced an extraordinary amount of lag, possibly on purpose. But then once he quits and loads back up, this is no longer a real player, but possibly a glitched, orphaned enemy character. Maybe the game has somehow left the invader character in, but the AI control took over because the connection was destroyed. There is code for AI invaders in Dark Souls 2. They do exist. They are actually pretty advanced combat-wise. They can even act like a player in some situations, and they even perform gestures like this. And that's where we'll end today's video. Please do leave your theories below, if you have any.
Next topic.
Top 10 one-shot kills. Email is top10souls for submissions. You might as well like and subscribe now if you've made it this far. It just makes sense, really. Otherwise, I'll see you soon.